I am Dr. Will Johnson. I am the founder of Research Institute for Social Equity. And our full mission and focus is to reduce recidivism of the more than 73% of individuals that are incarcerated and re-enter society.
I am Deborah Bell. I serve as the Director of Programs for Better Community Development. We have a program which is for those persons who are in recovery.
The purpose of the Soul of Healing Mindfulness Community Day program is to work with the whole collective body. It's more about the whole life traumas and experiences that individuals have had that has led them to the phase of where they've made bad choices and whereby they could possibly now be addicted to drugs, they could be incarcerated, they could be re-entering society from correctional facilities.
The Soul of Healing experience for the clients here at the Hoover Treatment Center was truly an educational as well as an rewarding experience. I feel that oftentimes with this population, with people who are suffering from an addiction, that they haven't had very many opportunities to learn different disciplines or processes to assist them with their recovery. So for the Hoover Treatment Center, the experience was most rewarding. The clients didn't know what to expect when they left, but when they came back, they were like brand new people. I mean, their spirits, their complexion, their face, their hearts were in a totally different place. So I do strongly believe that this type of experience as it relates to mindfulness and meditation is something that is definitely needed and could be added to assist those persons who are suffering from addiction. Addiction leads to crime in most cases, and then incarceration is thereafter. And then, of course, at some point, we have more than 73% of individuals that are going to be released. So we want to address those 73% of individuals that are being released every day in this country.
At some point, it's probably better to get away from the norms. And the norms in recovery are, I'm going to tell you that what you did was wrong, but you don't have to do wrong anymore. I kind of think that people need a freedom, and they need to be able to find that freedom. So as an approach of, using yoga and using these ceremonies in community with nature or wherever you go, whatever you do, there just needs to be a point maybe where you're outside of the four walls of confinement.
My name is Jessica Atwood. I'm 28, and what brought me here is my addiction to crack.
I'm David Hood. I'm 38 years old, and I'm a veteran. So the VA recommended me to this recovery process.
My name is Greg. I'm 29 years old, and I'm court ordered to be here at Hoover, but I'm glad I'm here to better my life.
I'm Veronica Gooch. I'm 49 years old, and I got sent to rehab by the court system, although I know that I needed that anyway in my life because I needed to get back on top of things and get my life back more manageable because it had really become out of control.
The yoga exercises help strengthen my recovery by helping me to learn to relax, focus, get in tune with the earth again.
It made me feel better about myself because I was doing something outside of my addiction. What he said was actually really on point. He knew what he was talking about.
The research definitely shows that mindfulness training is a way to retrain the body, retrain the mind, to tap into spirit, to empower the self to make the right choices, to tap into the self to make the right moves and understand how to have the best relationships with yourself, and then how that transfers out to your outer relationships with the world.
How many people understand the concept of what's going on here with the freeing of the mind and the soul and the senses and things like that? So I thought it was really interesting to arrive with part of the yoga session. So I did ask a young man who seemed if I can say this, displaced. Like, why are you here? You don't look like you should be in this situation. And I said, so what put you where you are? And he said, just some bad choices. I just made some bad choices, things that did not work out in my favor. And then my next question was, so where do you want to go from here? And he had a plan. You know, I want to maybe go into construction. You know, I want to work. I want to find out who I really am so that I can leave this person behind, you know, and form a new beginning.
Yoga is very serene, and the meditation is excellent, and we need that when we're in recovery because you know, we don't have any peace or serenity. Our lives, my total life was just ruled by chaos and confusion when I was in my addiction. And the yoga and the meditation helps to relax, and it gives me the serenity that I need to, you know, just to be peaceful and get recovery. It just really, it all goes together.
Since we've done that exercise, there hadn't been pretty much a day that's gone by that either I don't think about it or we talk about it. And actually, I've been looking forward to doing it again. The circle exercise helped me getting a chance to hear constructive criticism or constructive compliments about myself, and also to look at other people in their eyes and give constructive feedback to them so that they can also see the good in themselves that other people see as well.
For example, myself, I started out saying that I am a father. And I touched my neighbor next to me, and he told me who he is. We're gonna say it one time, so who are you? I'm Jill.
The circle exercises, I think it felt like that it was for positive reinforcement, and when you're you know, recovering, you need that positive reinforcement. And as we were going around, it just felt good to hear something positive about myself, and that somebody could see me, could really see me. You know, he told us, I see you. You know, and it just really, it felt good that somebody was seeing me sober and seeing the real me, not the fake me or the, you know, the fronting me or whatever, you know, that you do when you're in your addiction.
Walking through the forest for me was a really good experience because it took me back to a time when I was young and problem-free for the most part, carefree, and it made me feel like a kid again, running through the woods and just listening to nature, and it felt good. It felt good to be in the shade of the leaves and the trees, and it just reminded me of a better time in my life when I didn't have any addictions. I was just glad to be alive.
When I was walking through the forest, just relaxing, getting to see nature like at first hand, felt pretty good.
I felt relaxed. I really liked it because you could hear all the birds, the squirrels, you could hear the frogs out there, and it felt good with the wind. I liked it. And I like nature anyway because I go fishing and stuff like that. I like being out by the water. So it's fun to me.
Well, when we walked through the forest, I mean, it was so peaceful, and, you know, I could hear the birds singing, and just smell the fresh air, things that I had taken for granted that I now don't do anymore. And it reminded me of when I was a child, and I think I told a story while we were out there, how we used to swing on the vines when I was a child. I lived on a lake, on Caddo Lake in Texas, and and it just brought back really good memories, peaceful childhood memories, and it made me feel really good and relaxed.
The great thing about it was there was no expectations because they didn't know what they were going to experience. But upon their return, my God, what an awesome group of people. They were excited. They seemed to be clear-minded. Their spirits were totally different. They were in awe of what you can do outside. They were in awe of how mindfulness and a meditation could change their whole mindset. So we did a process group, and the comments were all positive.
Just the relaxation, when we got back, I was so relaxed. I felt so good and at peace, and just the sunshine, everything. I just felt really good because that's what I really need, you know, some fresh air, sunshine, fresh, clean activity, you know, to help my body and my soul, my mind.
The ultimate goal of the Soul of Healing Mindfulness training program is to develop a model that can be used by other facilitators.
The towels being placed over me was one of those experiences where I felt protected. As thin as those towels were, and as warm as the sun was beaming down on our bodies and on your face, the towels gave a cooling effect, a sense of protection in a way, almost as if I was laying in a bed with warm, clean covers over me.
When we first laid down and they weren't on us, I felt relieved when I got the towel on me because the sun was beaming in my face. And it felt good though. It did. That was relaxing as well.
When the towels was placed over my body and my face, I felt calm and relaxed.
Overall, I think this experience has benefited me tremendously because it gave off a lasting impression and a sense of relaxation to myself and the character that I'm hoping to build upon and take forward in my life. A lot of times when people have addictions and get caught up in their addictions, they forget how to relax and how to focus and how to stay in tune and in touch with the world. And this experience taught me how to kind of give energy back to the earth and also receive good energy back into my body. So I want to take those skills and carry them forward, you know, with the rest of my life and my recovery.
I think this program would help anybody, even if you're not in rehabilitation. This program is wonderful. I just felt so good afterwards. Just the fresh air, the sunshine, my body felt good, my mind felt good, just mind, body, and spirit, everything was just so relaxed. And when I got back, I loved it. It was great.
RISE, the Research Institute for Social Equity, is a criminal justice reform agency. And RISE looks at all aspects of the whole person in life and community. Our goal as RISE is to bring the voided voices, those individuals, those ones that are in the challenge of addictions and crime and reentry, to bring their voices to our table to discuss and think and rethink what is best practices for you, to designing something that's going to help others based on the things that did not work, and that we'll look for the things that do.
I'm praying that this program can continue so that other people here across the country, not just here in Little Rock, are able to have a new experience to be completely transformed, mind, body, and spirit.